Tom King.
The cookie told me so,
Desserts aren't always right.
but they're so sweet.
Christian Arcand.
What makes you the authority, brah?
Christian and King.
I know what the goodies.
Welcome to the Goody Room.
Weekdays noon to 3 on ESPN New Hampshire Radio. Streaming live on ESPNNewHampshireRadio.com.
So what? So what? So let's dance.
Now, here's Christian Arcand and Tom King.
Well, good afternoon, Christian and King, ESPN New Hampshire, streaming live on the ESPN radio app and on ESPNNHradio.com. Nice to have you with us today. I'm Christian Arcand alongside Tom King. It is another gorgeous day here in southern New Hampshire, where we're broadcasting live on 1250 a.m. in Manchester, 900 a.m. in Nashua, online at ESPNNHradio.com. Hello, Tom.
Hello.
How you doing?
Not bad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You take your last swim last night? Take another one tonight. No need to. I hope you didn't cover it yet. Today's a perfect pool day. Just saying. Stop. You're creeping me out.
Let me tell you something.
What?
tell you something.
Tell me.
I went in that water at 5:30 because I had yesterday off. I've swum in that pool now for 16, 17 years.
Yeah.
That was the coldest water I've ever been in.
Really?
Yeah, it was cold.
So
Usually
there was some shrinkage, is what you're saying.
No, there was some thawing out that needed to be done. I had to take look, I usually shower only once a week.
Right.
I had to take another shower yesterday
I look
just to
forward
warm
to that
up.
one day of the week
Exactly,
all
I know
month.
it.
Yeah, it's
well, now I might have to do it more.
Sad,
now that the pool's closing,
sad
I might have to
cycle
do
here.
it more because I can't take the chlorine cleansing. So-
right, yes, which
Right. you know.
also is very healthy.
Exactly. So this was
Hygienic, all those things.
this was brutal. It was cold, but it had to be done. It's the last swim. Today I won't have time to really go in, and tonight's not going to be warm enough, and then we're going to get a real hoedown, cold down on Friday. Friday it's not supposed to get out of the 50s. It's very sad.
It is
Yes.
when a wealthy man has to cover his pool,
You got to do a lot more to cover it.
the
Yeah.
society weeps.
It does.
A nation weeps.
It does.
I'm weeping. On the
No.
on the inside. It doesn't look like I am, but on the inside I really am. My heart's bleeding
And
right
Paulie the pool guy, when he comes by,
now. Yeah.
starts singing, "It's the most wonderful time," because he doesn't have to do any more pools. you
Right.
know? So
There you
it's
go.
sad.
We
It's
got a great
sad.
show for you today.
Very sad.
Going to be going mostly Patriots today, as we'll be joined by Zuri Berry at 1 o'clock and by Mike Loico at 2 o'clock.
What kind of deep analysis are we going to need for this game?
All sorts of deep analysis for this game.
We already heard about the single wing, Bill Belichick playing for the T-Birds when he was in 8th grade, losing to the Elks.
That was unbelievable
you
yesterday.
know?
That was so funny.
Oh, my God.
And he just kept going on and on and on and on. Well, the T-wing is
Oh, my God.
shut
Oh,
up, Bill.
Lord, it was just unbelievable.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, I know it.
So we'll
And we didn't stay for it. He went the next question. He went further on into his Pop Warner days
really?
because that's what they ran.
I didn't understand. What was the question? Are the Patriots running the T-wing or
I
the Raiders running
I
it?
don't know. I looked at
Do
it.
they just
It
feel like
was-
talking T-wing? Like, what's going on
Somebody
here?
was asking him. See, the thing is there's a lot of Belichick suck-ups down there. All right?
Like who?
I don't,
Zuri Berry and
yeah, exactly. And am I looking? So
Phil Berry.
Breer was one.
Breer was
I
one?
had to take Breer aside one day and say, "Don't you dare ask this question."
Really?
Yes, I did.
What was the question?
It was when who was the guy who was in the credit card commercial, the center that the Patriots had,
The senator?
the center.
Oh, the center.
He was in that credit card commercial. That
Dan
they did.
Copen?
No, it was when Copen got hurt. This guy stepped in.
He was in the commercial with Brady.
Yeah, I forget his name. He was a backup and he was pretty good.
All right, well, go on anyway.
But I
whoever it
told a
was,
couple
I'll
of
try
young
and figure it
guys
out.
there that were always asking questions, and I said, "Don't you dare ask him about the center position." I said, "I don't need an hour lecture on the center position." I said, "Don't you dare." No one did.
No one did.
No one did. No.
Very good.
Put the fear of God in everybody.
And Breer
was a
was
lot.
like, was he planning on it,
That
do you
was
think?
who knows? That was a long time ago. He was working for Metro West Daily News. It
Okay.
was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I felt I could flex my muscles as, my hair started turning gray. So
He said, and so I don't
No one
understand.
no one said a word.
What was the question even going to be?
Well, I mean, see, the thing
There's
is,
a backup center playing.
well, all the intricacies of the center position were going to be asked. That's the way these questions. I had enough.
Mm-hmm.
I had just had enough.
Well, how long ago was this?
Oh, this is like 8 years
This is
ago.
like 04.
This is like a long time ago.
Oh,
yeah.
so this could have been.
It was during their Super Bowl.
This could have been like Damian Woody.
No, it wasn't Woody.
Wasn't Woody?
No, it was. Oh gosh, why is it?
Kazier?
No, it wasn't Kazier.
He didn't play center, I don't think.
No,
but,
it wasn't Kazier.
all right, well, whoever it was.
Remember Brady did that credit card commercial where they were all sitting around at a restaurant table?
Yeah, it was light and.
And it was this guy. This guy was in it.
Man, I can't
And
remember.
he
the
was
rest
the
of
star of the commercial.
them. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Copen gets hurt. He's got to go out there. But anyway, I mean, they ask a lot of those questions, and I think I was following it this morning when I was writing my predictions column for Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at the question. And I was trying to find single wing. It was down near the end. I knew it was the last 2 or 3 questions, and I forget what it was. They were talking about the tight end, and I think it was targeting the tight end or something like that. Then it was how they run this or when he was coaching.
Russ Hochstein.
Oh, Hochstein. That's it. There you go.
Ba-boom.
That's it. Yeah. And what was the line in that commercial? Oh, it was a great line. I forget what it was, but anyway.
Something about touching his butt.
No, it was some kind of thing like that. But Hochstein was a nice guy too. He was good, and he was very versatile for them. He
was. He played guard. He did a lot of
he
things,
lasted
yeah.
a few years. I think he played in the Super Bowl. I'm not sure, but just funny stuff.
Stephen Neal, Andruzzi, the other tackle I think was Brandon Gorin back then.
That's
Remember
why
him?
that's why Dante Scarnecchia is like the god of offensive line coaches.
Kinda, yeah.
Because he took a wrestler, he took a pro wrestler
With a drug addiction.
and made it, and with a pill addiction, and
Right.
they turned him into a
Premier right tackle. I think.
Guard or
Was he a
tackle.
guard,
I
Kagner?
forget what he did.
Whatever he was, it was better than what he should have been. No question about it.
And there goes my voice.
Yeah, sorry. Try and keep you down at the level for the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Patriots taking on the Raiders this Sunday. Obviously, it's their home opener. And Chris Price over at WEEI.com mentioned this, which I didn't realize. But if Derek Carr is able to lead the mighty Raiders of Oakland to an upset victory over the Patriots this Sunday, since 2001, he would be the first rookie quarterback in his first or second start of his initial season in the NFL to beat Belichick in New England.
2001 was the last time it happened?
I suppose it was. I don't know who it was in 2001.
They only lost 5 games that year, 4 or 5.
I'm not sure who it was. Oh, no, I do know who it was. I think it was Chris Weinke.
I never would have guessed that.
2000, yeah, this is
For Carolina?
all of the rookies that he's played against.
For Carolina?
Yeah, for Carolina.
I thought they beat Carolina in the last game of the year on the road against when Seifert was coaching.
Oh, no, you're right. They beat him. They beat him
Last
in
game
the
of the year. Yeah, in
So
January.
I don't know who he's talking about.
So
then.
who would he be talking
I didn't read the entire article, I'll be honest with you. I just
I got to think now. I got to think who that might be because they started off 0-2.
Mhm.
Maybe the Bengals started a rookie quarterback that
Could
year?
be. Not sure.
You know?
But it would
They
be
start-
it would
they
be
started
historical.
Off, they started off 0-2. The next year, the next game, the Jets beat. No, not the Jets. Yeah, the Jets. The Jets beat them? No.
In 02? You really asking? I don't know.
I'm trying to think.
I can't remember.
In that Brady game, yeah, the Jets beat him in that Brady game when Brady came in off the bench.
Yes.
They did, but who were the Jets that started at quarterback?
The Jets starting quarterback in that game was
Was Parcells still the coach? No, Parcells is left then.
Vinny Testaverde, so it wasn't
Oh,
that.
so with him. All right. Okay.
The Bengals starting quarterback in the first game of the season that they lost 23-17 was
And Dick LeBeau was their coach.
John Kitna, and I don't believe he was a rookie that year either. Maybe he was, but
No,
I don't think so.
he was.
I feel like Kitna was never a
Kitna's
rookie.
been around for a long time
Yeah.
now, really. And Dick LeBeau was the coach of that team.
Yeah, he had been in the league about 3-4 years.
Yep.
So it was neither of them.
All right.
Let's see. What other losses
Who other
they had
teams
that
did they
year?
lose to? They lose to
They
Miami
lost
down
to the
in Miami?
Broncos, they lost to the Dolphins, and they lost to the Rams. Obviously, it wasn't the Rams because they had Kurt Warner. The Broncos back then.
They lost to the Rams in Foxborough.
Yeah. Broncos could have been Plummer, maybe? Was he a rookie back then? 2001? That seems early for him.
No, Plummer wasn't with the Broncos then. He was with Arizona.
No, it was Brian Greasy.
Plummer was with Arizona. That might have been Greasy might have been a rookie.
Let's see. Greasy in 01?
Yeah, he might have been.
No, he was a rookie
No?
in 98.
Okay, all right.
So then it must be
So the Rams, the Broncos, and who's the third
must
team?
be the Dolphins.
Who'd they start at quarterback?
Dolphins' starting quarterback at that time was Jay Fiedler. Oh, it could be Fiedler.
Oh, Fiedler?
Fiedler was a rookie in 1999. No, it wasn't him
So
either.
what's Price
So I don't know what the hell
talking
Price is talking
about? Yeah,
about.
exactly. It wasn't 2001. That's for sure.
Let me read that stat again.
Unless Kitna
Since
was
2001, no rookie quarterback in his first. That doesn't necessarily mean it happened in 2001. But maybe that's when he started counting. I don't know.
No, I mean that doesn't mean. Why mention 2001?
Because that's the first year of Brady and Belichick together. So since this has never happened before with the two of them.
Well, that's just right. Just all you have to do is write.
Hey, listen, you want to correct his grammar? That's your deal.
All you have
I'm
to do is
trying to explain
all you have to
it.
do is say it never. Brady and Belichick have never lost to a rookie quarterback.
I suppose you.
That's
could just
all
say
you have
that.
to say.
Yeah.
You know?
In that span, Belichick has faced rookie quarterbacks on 19 occasions. New England is 14-5 against them. However, none of those losses have come at home. Last year, Geno Smith.
This is at home. He's talking about.
Right.
Oh, okay. All right. So 5 rookie quarterbacks have beaten them.
Right.
This is all getting very complicated.
The 5 that did it were Geno Smith, Russell Wilson, Colt McCoy, Mark Sanchez, and Ben Roethlisberger. And that's it. Those are the only rookie quarterbacks that have ever beaten them.
Right. Sanchez and Roethlisberger.
And none of them have ever done it in their first or second game.
Who did McCoy play for? It was the
Cleveland.
Browns. Oh, that was the Browns when they had.
Yes.
That was the Peyton Hillis.
The Peyton
game.
Hillis game.
All right.
Colt McCoy didn't have much to do with it, but
No,
he was
just hand off.
He was out there, yeah.
Yeah, he hand off.
He did a great job of handing
Is
it to
he
that
still around?
bull Peyton
Is he
Hillis.
still around?
I thought McCoy.
There's the other Texas quarterback that went.
I thought McCoy had like serious concussion problems, and he
Maybe.
quit. I think maybe not.
No, I think
He might be on
sounds
some practice
familiar.
squad
Yeah,
somewhere.
maybe.
But I remember
Nah, he would be-
Harrison. Remember James Harrison gave him a concussion,
Yeah.
and that was like a whole thing. And they, were like, well, he ended this kid's career, but it's not like his career. He's with the Redskins. McCoy's with the Redskins.
Is he really?
Yeah,
As a third string quarterback.
gotta be.
They kept 3 quarterbacks. Well, it's smart for them to keep 3 quarterbacks.
gotta keep a few.
With RG3 running all over the place.
No
It's
question.
Smart. Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, 603-883-9900, your phone number, 883-9900.
All right.
Show 50352. Another case of domestic abuse coming through in the NFL today. Jonathan Dwyer. We'll get to that in a second. Tom, what do you got?
All right. Okay. This aired on our station yesterday with the Big O. All right, because I listened to it on the way home from here. Gloria Aldritz.
All red.
All red, whatever. All red, all white, all blue, all stupid. All right? What was the point of that?
All stupid.
You know?
I don't know why that's so funny.
I'm sorry. But I mean, because everybody who pays attention to her is all stupid. Because
Yeah, you paid attention.
yeah, I know, and I'm
We were all paying
Hey,
attention.
look, I've never said I was smart.
Right.
I know I'm not like Fredo. I'm smart.
Come on, Mike, I'm smart.
With all due respect to all of this that's going on and all the victims of domestic abuse and everything else, what was the point of that?
There wasn't one.
I mean,
We all know about Brandon Marshall already.
exactly.
Yeah.
What was the whole point of that?
No idea.
I mean, so what I did was I went online after to some of the major, like the New York papers, because they usually eat this stuff up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not a peep, not a word, nothing,
Yeah.
nothing. I look in today's paper. I read every word. Well, not every word because I can't really read, but that
Some
early.
big words in there sometimes.
That is some big words in there, and it's early in the morning.
You
and
get a
I really-
Zuri Berry column in there. There's going to be some words you've never seen before.
Well, he does only online. He's never in the print.
He's not?
No, he's never in print, unless it's a sidebar.
No.
For the game day thing.
I only read online, so I assume it's the same thing.
Right. So yeah. Thanks a lot for only reading online.
What do you want from me?
You
I don't
young
have. I'm
whippersnapper.
driving around. I don't ride
Buy
the
a
subway.
damn newspaper so I can keep my job.
And read it when?
I don't know.
I'm
Why bring
driving
one
all
in?
the time.
So
I can look on my phone and drive at the same time. It's no problem.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's really good. Oh God, you're putting us out of business.
I'm putting you out
People
of
like
business.
you.
Me.
Yes.
It's me doing this.
Yes.
Sorry. My bad.
Yeah.
Maybe you should take your freaking paywall down there, genius.
That's not my call. Kidding me?
Just a thought.
That's not my call at all.
I know it isn't.
Oh God.
I think the reason why everybody ignored All Red is because it was such an obvious grab for attention. You know, I mean, if you're bringing in some news that we didn't know about, we all know about
Those
Brandon
poor
Marshall.
women she trotted out there for this thing.
Well, I don't think they were out there against their will, Tom. I mean, I think it was.
No, of course not. But I mean, still, it wasted everybody's time, including theirs.
Yeah. And the other thing about it, and I'm not saying that what Marshall did is in any way excusable, but I mean,
No,
the
of
guy
course
is
not.
certified bipolar. I mean,
like
he's
I
not-
said, this is all due respect to everything that
Of
went on.
course.
But this was years ago,
Right.
And haven't they already dealt with it or whatever? I don't know what this outcome of his stuff was, but I mean, good grief! I mean, come on. Was there anybody else? Didn't she say there were 2 NFL players that she was gonna throw
No,
under
he
the bus?
detailed the case of Rashida Watley, who claimed that Brandon Marshall had abused her when he was with the Broncos.
Right,
He was
right.
acquitted of those charges. Allred was joined by Watley's father and best friend, who both said they reported the abuse to the NFL, and the NFL didn't do anything. Basically, that's what they said. Allred said the investigation process is flawed in the NFL organization and needs to change. He said, "quote Our focus
I heard that.
is on the process, and we want the process to be fair. We want the investigation that is conducted in the future investigations of all NFL players to afford due process to victims as well as the players. The present process is obviously not fair." Rashida Watley was not present for Wednesday's news conference. When asked why she was not present, Allred said, "She's just not here. It's my understanding she's not commenting and not interested in doing any interviews." Yeah. So she brought out the victim's father and the victim's best friend, but not the victim. To talk about a guy who has been in the one case out of the dozen that he's had, the one he got acquitted on, to talk about how the NFL's flawed. Listen, the NFL's flawed, Gloria. We know it. All right, we don't
need you to tell us.
Yeah, I mean, thanks. And here's the other thing about
Thanks,
it.
and have a nice day, and stop wasting our time. Please.
Kind of, yes. But another thing, Tom, and that's sort of what I think we're all sort of missing here is that Jonathan Dwyer, this case just came up from back in July. And the woman finally stepped forward and said, "Listen, I got abused in July. This happened. I'm bringing it up now, and I'm doing something about it." Because when someone steps forward, that leads other people to step forward.
Right, and that's
people who might have been afraid to do it.
And that's what's happened. We've had a progression.
And if Gloria Allred helped someone do that, then I think that's okay. But for the most part, I think it was just it was all about Gloria Allred.
This was not about that.
Didn't seem like it.
This was not about that because these people, if I'm not mistaken from what you just told me, have already stepped forward. This was not about that.
Right.
This was
this was them talking about the NFL's
which is
handling of it, not
which
the
is
legal
why
procedure.
everybody ignored this.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know?
And while I think it was probably the right thing to do to ignore it because it was a little irrelevant in the sort of basis of what we're talking about now, if it did prompt someone to say, "Hey, listen, you know, I can do this. I can step forward. I've been afraid to press charges or say anything about this guy abusing me. Now I'm going to do it." Then I ultimately consider it a net gain.
My guess is that won't because she's like a high-priced lawyer, and whoever's saying, "I can't afford somebody like that to do it for me," you know. Yeah, it's not. What happened yesterday was bad. That's not good.
Well,
that's just not good. That's trying to take advantage of this whole thing.
It is, but
and
that's
really
Tom, that's what lawyers do.
I know, and I just it's just awful. It really is.
It's kind of like ambulance chasing, you know.
It really is. I know.
Not much different.
I know. Now we were thrust into a little bit of controversy.
Yeah, we were this morning. Many of you, I'm sure, heard it. Whoa, Tom. Whoa, buddy. A little dribble glass there.
Yeah, I spilled my water
all over yourself.
I'm old. That's what old people do.
It's
They
true.
spill things all over themselves.
That is what old people do.
This morning I spilled milk all over myself.
This morning, in case you missed it on WEEI and the Dennis and Callahan show, you may have heard some familiar sounds of an interview we did yesterday with Howard Bryant. We talked to Howard yesterday about this Adrian Peterson situation, about the NFL.
Was my voice on?
It was for a second.
It was?
Yeah. You saying something. It wasn't you saying, ooh, 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 but could have been. We were on very briefly. They
What
mostly
time?
In the 9 o'clock hour. They mostly focused
that's
on.
when I had to go to the office this morning.
All right. Well, they mostly focused on what Howard had to say, and they don't like Howard down there, and I know that they don't. But I mean, they asked me for the audio. They said we can't find the audio. Where is it? I said here's the audio. You know, I didn't editorialize it or anything like that. I just put the link out, and they.
Where was the audio?
It's on our YouTube, where all the rest of our shows go.
Okay.
It hadn't updated itself to the website yet, but I just figured out today how to do that. So it was just on YouTube. It wasn't on the website. They said, hey, how come the audio is not on the website? I said, oh, it's because it's here. And I basically just linked them to it. So they said what they had to say about Howard Bryant, and they're entitled to their opinions, obviously, but I would just like to say on these airwaves that Howard Bryant has been a very, very good friend to me and to this show. He is always available. He does not try to big-time us ever. He's very thoughtful. He comes on and I think contributes a tremendous amount, not just to the show, but to the sports conversation in this country in general with his work at ESPN, on ESPN the magazine, his appearances on the Keith Olbermann show, and everywhere he goes. I know that there's obviously history with him, and I'm not commenting on that aside to say that the charges were dropped. And that's all I have to say.
He wasn't shy about
there.
what he was talking about the other day.
He opened up about it. He said this happened to me.
We didn't even ask him.
I didn't ask him a single question about it. He
not at
opened
all.
up and talked about it. And what they were focusing mostly on was the part of the interview yesterday when he said how, him and his sister used to get the belt, and it looked a lot worse on his sister because she had lighter skin than him. And do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And we asked him about that. And I sort of challenged him on it. And I said, well, Howard, it doesn't matter. It was child abuse. And he said, well, it's child abuse today. It wasn't child abuse back then. DNC and Minahan, the three of them, they said what they had to say about it, and they're right. It was public audio. It was out there on the internet to listen to and comment on any way you want to. But I would just like to say that any views expressed by those three are not the views that we hold of Howard Bryant up here.
But that is exactly the same stuff as what I was telling you about when I went to school.
What?
When they smacked you around.
Yeah.
Now, you can't do that today.
Sure.
But, in the same realm as what Howard said, you could do it back then. It's all different. Different
Adrian
time.
Peterson got paddled by his coach.
Different time. Yeah.
17 years old.
High school coaches.
I still can't get over that.
High school coaches used to smack kids all the time.
17-year-olds?
Oh,
Big guy like Adrian Peterson, he's putting him over his lap and paddling him? I mean, what the hell? That's weird, man. I'm sorry.
They wouldn't do that. You know what they did? And
Peterson's 30 years old, so that happened in 2001.
They wouldn't do that, all right? But what they used to do was the helmet slap.
No, that's what the helmet's for.
Jeez, oh, God.
603-883-9900. That's your phone number.
Woody
Yeah.
Hayes grabbed a guy and shook him and then whacked him with the helmet. Ended up, that was one of the reasons he lost his job.
Yeah. 603-883-9900 is your phone number, 883-9900. You can text into the show at 50352. You can tweet me at Christian Arcand. You can tweet Tom at Telegraph_Tom K. Zuri Berry coming up later. Mike Loico coming up even later after that. And we got some other stuff to talk about. Tom Brady's resume out of college is out on the internet. We're going to play a little game with that next. Don't go anywhere. It's Christian King.
With NFL Network now, the Westwood One Radio Network. Cardinals backup running back Jonathan Dwyer was arrested Wednesday for domestic violence and aggravated assault on two separate incidents that occurred at Dwyer's home back in July. The Cardinals have announced that they have deactivated Dwyer until the legal matter is resolved. The NFL also announcing that the incidents will be reviewed under the league's personal conduct policy. The Vikings placing Adrian Peterson on the exempt commissioner's permission list. He'll be away from all team activities until his legal situation is resolved. Peterson will be paid during his absence. Panthers defensive end Greg Hardy also placed on the exempt commissioner's permission list, meaning he will not play or practice with the team until his domestic violence case is resolved, which starts in November. He too will also be paid during his absence. The NFLPA and the NFL officially finalizing a new drug policy Wednesday morning. Among some of the major points of the deal, HGH testing will begin this season. The threshold for positive marijuana tests will increase, and off-season first-time amphetamine positive tests will fall under substances of abuse policy. This has been NFL Network Now, the Westwood One Radio Network.
You don't buy a new truck without adding a few things to make it work better, like a winch or a bed liner or lockable toolbox. So why not do the same for your Red Wing work boots? At a Red Wing shoe store, you'll find everything you need to stay comfortable on the job, from moisture-wicking socks to removable footbeds and boot care products. So come talk with our fit experts today for handcrafted footwear and accessories to boot. Red Wing Shoes. Work is our work.
It's the most advanced technology available, engineered with over 200 million sensory receptors. Its all-terrain design is beautifully formed, weather-resistant, reliable, astonishingly high performance in even the most challenging of circumstances. And it is also the finest search technology in the world. There's nothing else quite like a search dog. Be part of the search. Go to searchdogfoundation.org to see how you can help.
Craving something new, bold, and toasty? Let Quiznos satisfy your hunger with their new Ciabatta Toasties. Indulge in the honey Dijon ham with a delicious honey mustard drizzle. Or try the pesto turkey with mozzarella, basil pesto, and red wine vinaigrette. And the veggie caprese offers all the right flavor combinations, each made with the freshest ingredients and just $3.99.
Quiznos, 290 Main Street in Nashua. Toasty.
How many miles per gallon do you get from your work van? 8, maybe 15? Want to get 30 miles per gallon? Holloway Sprinter in Manchester has clean diesel 2014 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 2500 cargo vans that get an estimated 30 miles per gallon. Yes, a full-size cargo van at 30 miles per gallon. That's almost twice what you're probably getting now. That's serious savings in fuel. And even more value, the 2014 Sprinter gets an oil change every 15,000 miles. That's more time on the road, getting the job done. Holloway Sprinter has a fresh lineup of cargo vans, crew vans, passenger vans, and even minibuses. Stop in for a test drive today. Can't come to us? We'll come to you. Holloway Sprinter, 875 Gold Street in Manchester, off South Willow, or online at nhsprinter.com. That's nhsprinter.com. Fuel economy based on 2,500 144 wheelbase cargo van at 50% low capacity at highway speeds. Results are based on SAE J1979 J1939 tests as conducted by Winter Park Engineering LLC. EPA based on fuel economy estimates are not required for vehicles with a gross vehicle weight rating of 8,500 pounds or greater. nhsprinter.com.
CSA Graphics offers the best screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items in the area. Everything is done in-house, which allows CSA to make just one or thousands of items. Whether it's t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, or uniforms, CSA will increase your brand awareness and get the word out about your company. CSA Graphics considers customer service their top priority. Gary and his staff work directly with you to create your printed version in the most efficient and affordable manner possible.
Call CSA Graphics at 978-577-6427 or visit csagfx.com.
These examples are 36 months with 12,000 miles a year, $29.99 cash or trade equity down. Administration, tax, title, and destination charges are not included. Must qualify for all Kia incentives, all Kia rebates to dealers. See dealer for details. KBB says it best. Kia is the best value brand for 2014. During the Bonneville Kia September sell-down sales event, your available Kia selection has never been higher, and Bonneville Kia prices have never been lower. Crossover and enjoy the fall foliage driving in your new 2014 Kia Sorento LX for just $169 a month. Get performance and style in your new 2014 Kia Optima LX for just $135 a month. If economy and fuel mileage make you happy, get more smiles to the gallon with your all-new 2014 Kia Soul, just $119 a month. All new Kias come with America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Kia, the power to surprise. Kia is the 2014 Kelley Blue Book brand Image Award winner for the best value brand. Plus, get New Hampshire's lowest Kia prices at Bonneville & Son Kia. Guaranteed. Take exit 9S. That's S for savings off I-93 Manchester.
4 generations, one passion. Believe in Bonneville.
Bonneville & Son.
KiaNH.com.
Text the word JOIN to 50352 and join the ESPN New Hampshire Text Club. Scores, standings, trades, and rumors. This is the ESPN New Hampshire Sports Center.
Red Sox got their first look at Rusney Castillo last night in Pittsburgh. The Cuban center fielder went 1 for 4 with an infield single in the 4th inning, but that was not enough to stop the Sox from getting pounded 9-1 by the Bucks. That's your final score. Clay Buchholz lasted 4 innings, giving up 4 earned on 6 hits, including 2 home runs, one of them off the bat of Neil Walker.
And Walker leads off, and he hits one high and deep to right field. Going back, and this ball is gone! A home run for the Pittsburgh Kids! Number 21 on Clemente Day. 5-0 Pirates.
That's the voice of our old buddy Tim Neverett. The Sox and Pirates will finish this series off tonight. Brandon Workman getting the start opposite Pittsburgh's Garrett Cole. Catch the game right here on ESPN New Hampshire. Coverage begins with the 6:25 pregame show. Another baseball news. Last night, the Anaheim Angels clinched the AL West title with a 5-0 win over the Mariners. Then a little bit later, the Oakland A's blew a 9th-inning lead against Texas, handing Anaheim the pennant. Patriots practiced yesterday in Foxborough, preparing for their home opener this Sunday against the Raiders. Gerard Mayo missed practice to attend to the birth of his 3rd child. He's expected to play on Sunday. In other NFL news, the storm continues as Arizona Cardinals running back Jonathan Dwyer was arrested and charged with aggravated assault on a woman. He has been deactivated from all team activities. I'm Christian Arcan. The Sports Center is brought to you by Bud Light. It's Bud Light, the sure sign of a good time.
Local sports talk for the New Hampshire sports fan. This is ESPN New Hampshire. Christian and King.
Back here on Christian and King, 603-883-9900 is your phone number. 883-9900. What are you grinning about over there, King?
You kept me in suspense during that update.
I did?
And this isn't funny in terms of what happened, but when you said about the assault?
Yes.
And there was a pause.
Oh, right.
And I was expecting chair, tree.
You want to hear
car?
about? You want to hear about a funny pause happened to me yesterday?
Yeah, go
All
ahead.
right, so This is kind of embarrassing.
Oh,
I'm at my cousin's house. My cousin's wife is 9 months pregnant. She has a friend over who's also very pregnant.
Yep.
And the husband's there too. And I pulled up, and I didn't know that the other people were there or anything. And when I pulled up there was this whole, it was in Natick, and there was this whole crazy activity going on. A house caught fire on the street, and so there was fire trucks and all these things.
Oh, good grief.
And everybody was outside.
Yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh,
it
my
wasn't
Lord.
like, it wasn't a big fire, but like there was 3 fire trucks and like
Was
police
there
and
smoke
ambulance
coming
and
out? Did you
everything.
see smoke?
I didn't see any.
All right.
But it was dark when I got there, so they may have put it out already. I don't know how bad it was. Anyways, when I got there, everybody's standing outside, and it was dark outside.
That's never a good sign.
So we pull in, and I look over, and they are all, oh, my God, what's going on? And, you know, we're looking at these fire trucks. There was cops pulled up on the street everywhere. And so my cousin has a dog, and I said, listen, I'll walk the dog and go see what's going on. So we go and we walk the dog, and I come back, and I was like, I couldn't really see anything. They were going in the house. I didn't see any spot. I'm not really sure what's going on. And they said, okay, well, let's go back in. So they're going back in, and I'm getting the dog's leash. And the friend, who's also pregnant, was standing in the doorway. And so I said, hi, I'm Christian. She goes, oh, hi, I'm, whatever. And I said, when are you? And then I thought, wait a minute.
What if she's not pregnant?
What if she's not pregnant? And I thought that right as I said it. And I was about to say, when are you due? So I said, when are you? When are you due? And she goes, a couple weeks. And I was like, oh, thank God. Thank the good Lord. And we walk inside, and she goes, lucky guess. I was like, I know. I stopped and cleared my throat in the middle of the question. It was so embarrassing.
I made that mistake once.
You did?
Yeah.
On a non-prego?
I'm trying to remember if it was I said something about I think it was a non-prego.
Wow, Kramer, nice job.
Yeah, I know.
Are you sure you're not pregnant?
It was in the gym.
Wow.
Trying
to spit a little game?
I don't know if I.
Why would you spit game to a pregnant woman?
I don't know if it was
guess.
No, she was with her husband, I guess. I don't know if it was the. And this woman actually cut my hair once, because I get to know her a little bit.
Sure.
And when the person who cuts my hair was on maternity leave, I got this woman to cut my hair.
Nice.
Oh, because it's right down the street from where I live, but. I don't know what it was. It was working on the machine. I said, I think I said, when are you doing? I'm not pregnant.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't good.
I started the question in earnest, because I felt she must be pregnant. She was this tiny little girl.
Yeah.
And she was very pregnant.
Right.
I mean, ready to go any time now. But I wasn't positive. And if you're not positive, you're better off waiting for somebody else to say something about her being pregnant before you ask. Nothing good can come. Because the information of when she's due isn't even that important. And the risk of knowing that information versus I'm not pregnant, you a-hole, is not a risk worth the reward. You know what I mean? Like, it just isn't. There's no way. I could have waited 10 minutes and someone would have said, oh, hey, you're pregnant or you're not, or you're just fat or whatever it is. And that would have been fine. But she was obviously pregnant, and I said, say, when are you... And then I just said, well, I'm pushing them all in now. When are you due? And she goes, 3 weeks. I said, okay, great. And she goes, good guess.
And you went, phew.
Yes, I did.
Oh, boy.
I was sweating bullets.
Ouch. That is tough.
I was sweating like those people in the house on fire.
And that's why they call it a pregnant pause.
Indeed. That's exactly what it was. Nice job. 603-883-9900, your phone number, 883-9900. I know our buddy Mr. X is going to love this one, Tom, because we're going to play a game called What Was on Tom Brady's Resume When He Got Out of College. Ready to play?
I'm all set.
I'm going to give you 2 options. I'm going to give you a year, and I'm going to give you 2 jobs, and you have to tell me which job Tom Brady had on his resume.
Oh, I got to guess the jobs?
Coming out of college.
All right.
One job is going to be the real job. One job is going to be the fake job.
Oh, it's almost like Believe It or Not.
It's kind of like that, yeah.
Go ahead.
And I'm also making them all up at the top of my head. So here we go.
And they had to be jobs while he was in college, right?
Yeah, well, not necessarily.
No, okay.
Summer of 96 through 99.
Oh,
so
summer,
I guess
summers, okay.
These are all summer jobs. Every single one of them is a summer job.
Well, I was in Michigan. All right.
All right. So let me first start off by saying Thomas E. Brady.
Yep.
Jr. I didn't know he was a junior.
Yeah.
Education, University of Michigan, College Literature, Science and the Arts, Bachelor of General Studies. Emphasis in Business and Psychology.
There you go.
His GPA was 3.3.
Ooh, not bad. I beat him.
You did?
I was 3.4.
Wow. And you went to Michigan, too, didn't you?
No.
He got academic achievement honors in 3 years and was awarded academic All-Big Ten for football in 1998.
All right.
But in 1996, Tom, in the summer of 1996, Was Tom Brady
Yeah.
a security specialist for University of Michigan hockey games or a park security manager for the Ann Arbor Summer Festival?
Oh, this is tough. I'd say the park security guy.
That is correct.
All
Very
right,
good, Tom King.
yes.
He was indeed. He was for the Top of the Park Ann Arbor Summer Festival. He supervised park security, maintained
Yeah, you
stock,
know why?
and replaced inventory, and received hands-on experience in customer contact.
You know why?
areas. Why?
Because that job for the Michigan hockey games he can't have because he's on scholarship. He's in the NCAA. He can't have work study.
In the summer? Oh, yeah, I guess how could it be a
They
summer
don't play
job if they're
hockey
playing
in the
hockey?
summer.
I told you I'm making these up as I go along.
No kidding.
All right. In the summer of 1997, was Tom Brady a district manager for a local H&R Block or a supervisor of Dudler & Sons custom home building?
A what?
A supervisor for Dudler & Sons custom home building or a district manager for H&R Block?
District manager for H&R Block? You can't be a district manager. As far as a supervisor goes, you just sit there and they see who's there. I'll say supervisor.
That is correct. Very
Yeah,
good,
you
Tom
can't-
King.
you can't be a district
Well done,
manager.
sir. Will you stop criticizing me and making this up? My God.
Because as a supervisor, all you do is check out who's there.
Okay.
You better check next to the guy's name. You here? Yeah, okay. You here? Yeah, okay.
In the summer of 1998, was Tom Brady a sales representative for a Jackson, Michigan BMW dealer or a course ranger for the Polo Fields Golf and Country Club?
Oh, he's got to be course ranger. Got to be.
That is correct.
I know,
Very
gotta
good.
be.
Tom
Outside
King,
country club?
you are crushing it over
yeah,
here.
he's got to be. Oh, yeah.
All right, and finally, in the summer of 1999, was Tom Brady an intern at Merrill Lynch or a dishwasher at a local Ann Arbor bar?
I'll say intern at Merrill Lynch.
That is correct,
Yes.
Tom
Woo,
King.
woo, woo,
Got them all.
I know my Brady.
You certainly do. That was not the best game I've ever come up with,
No,
but
but
it was
that was
a
pretty
game
good. I
nonetheless.
liked it. It was pretty good. It was pretty good, you know?
Yeah, it was all
I
right.
think on a couple of them.
You did.
The intern one, the dishwasher one, that was tough, you know. But I'm figuring 99 is, towards the end of his college time, he's not going to go down in jobs. He's going to go up in jobs.
The best
you know
part
what
of this is, okay, in his listed jobs, it says summer of 96, park security manager, Dudler & Sons supervisor for home building, sales rep for the country club, and the course ranger, intern at Merrill Lynch. Then it says additional at the bottom.
Yeah.
Additional. Team captain of the 1999 University of Michigan football team.
Right.
Guided football team as starting quarterback to the 1998 Big Ten Championship and postseason bowl victory. That's number 2. Member of the 97 University of Michigan National Championship team, frequent visitor of Children's Hospital in Ann Arbor, athletic camp facilitator and highlight speaker, and peer mentor and frequent speaker at local elementary schools.
You know, you got to hand it to him.
I would put national championship team up at the top.
No,
Followed by intern at Merrill Lynch.
Yeah.
Followed by Big Ten championship.
Yeah.
Followed by Dudler & Sons custom home building.
Yeah.
Followed by team captain. In that order. That's
I
how
put
it
team
would go.
captain up there.
You put that at the top?
Yeah, it's all leadership.
See, I think the championship thing's the most important.
Yeah, but I think team captain of a championship team. That's you got to put that. You got to put them close together.
Yeah, I suppose that
You
makes
know?
more sense.
I'll tell you what. You got to
Gotta have a top-heavy
in
resume.
a serious mood. You got to in a serious note. Some of the
We're
stuff
gonna get
that's
serious
on there.
about Tom Brady's resume
A little
now?
bit.
Okay.
It's a little bit. He does. I mean, he has done a lot with kids.
Mm-hmm.
Which is great.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Even had a few.
Even when but I'm not even going to touch that.
Well, he did.
Well, he's had 3. He's got 3, right?
Yes.
Right.
2 with Giselle, 1 with
Right.
Moynihan.
But
I think, right?
Yeah, Moynihan.
Or maybe just 2.
No, it's 2 with Giselle, 1 with Moynihan.
Okay.
Yep. But he was doing it in college. Frequent visit at a hospital, doing stuff with kids in college. Yeah, I was a playground director.
You were?
Yes, I was.
Which playground?
For 2 years. What was the name of it? What was the name of that park?
How do you direct a playground? Hey, get off the monkey bars.
Yeah, that's one.
You've been swinging too long.
Yep, that's
Walking
2.
around with your whistle, blowing it at people.
Yep, no, and how else?
That's
you do
enough
it?
on the seesaw.
No. Who wants to play wiffle ball?
Then he'd strike out all the kids, make them go home crying.
Oh, God.
603-883-9900, 883-9900.
McGowan Park, that was the name of it.
There you go. Text
McGowan
in
Park. 50352. No shade in the park at all.
No shade in the
no
park?
No shade in the park.
Not one single
I
tree?
had the best tan you wouldn't believe.
You were the shade. The kids would go run under you.
I know it. Oh, I had the best tan.
603-883-9900, your phone number, 883-9900. Text in 50352. Tom King's going to work on his tan, and we'll be back with Notes from the Kingdom.
Drivers, this back-to-school season, be aware of bus stops and yield the right of way. This message courtesy of Blue Mountain Guitar Center of West Lebanon. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, look to Blue Mountain Guitar Center for the widest and best selection of guitars and instruments. Stop by 5 Airport Road, Suite 10, sales, service, repairs, and lessons. For more information on products or lessons, call 603-298-5829, 603-298-5829, or visit online at bluemtguitar.com.
The fall driving season is here, and Sullivan Tire and Auto Service has just what you need. Announcing our spectacular September tire event. We've got something on sale for every vehicle and every budget. All Goodyear and Dunlop tires are 15% off. Get instant rebates on Bridgestone, Michelin, BF Goodrich, and General tires. On our Sullivan Value line of tires, buy 3 and get the 4th one free, or the 2nd for 50% off. Save even more with manufacturer mail-in rebates on many of today's top brands. See sullivantire.com.
Hey, Lynn, how are you?
Great. It's been a while. You look good.
Thanks. Hey, can you tell? I knocked off a few pounds recently.
Yeah, I mean, you really look good.
Well, I can't take all the credit. I owe it to Dr. Waldman and his cool sculpting.
Who?
Dr. Waldman. He's right on Riverside Street in Nashua. I'm telling you, I never had a hard time with my appearance. I work out, I eat healthy, but I just couldn't get rid of these love handles until I had cool sculpting at Dr. Waldman's.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of Dr. Waldman and the new cool sculpting. The entire staff there's great. They'll sit down with you and consult on exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah, they made my cool sculpting experience comfortable and safe. No incisions, no downtime. Plus, I was back at the gym the same night.
And I must say, I like what I see.
Well, then I'll see you for dinner.
Absolutely.
Waldman Plastic Surgery and Dermatology on Riverside Street in Nashua. Make sure to mention this ESPN New Hampshire ad to get a free cool sculpting consultation with Dr. Waldman. Call 603-577-5559 or visit them online at Waldman Plastic Surgery and Dermatology.com. That's Waldman Plastic Surgery and Dermatology.com.
Veteran Chimney and Stove Shop is Southern New Hampshire's affordable chimney and masonry service while specializing in wood stove and pellet stoves. At Veteran Chimney, they look forward to working with you while maintaining their company's core values of honor, courage, and commitment. Veteran Chimney is your everything chimney company. Give them a call at 603-440-3801 or go visit their showroom in Merrimack, New Hampshire at 557 Daniel Webster Highway or visit their website at veteranchimney.com. Veteran Chimney, bringing the heat.
Jay Farner here from Quicken Loans. We get a lot of tweets from folks that sound just like this. Jay, I bought my home in 2007. Since then, it's gone down in value. Now I owe more on my mortgage than my home is worth. Can I refinance? The answer may very well be yes. Recently, the government announced changes that may allow folks to refinance even if their home has lost value. For example, if you owe $300,000 on your mortgage, but your home's only worth $150,000, Quicken Loans may still be able to help you. Or if your current mortgage rate is higher than 3.99%, you've got to give us a call today at 800-QUICKEN. And for 3 years in a row now, J.D. Power & Associates has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. So, if your current mortgage is higher than 3.99%, or if you owe more than your home is worth, call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com.
For J.D. Power & Associates award information, visit jdpower.com. Important terms and conditions apply. Calls for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
We're sick of hearing these guys talk so much, so give them a call at 603-883-9900. Scores, standings, trades, and rumors. This is the ESPN New Hampshire Sports Center.
The Red Sox got their first look at Rusney Castillo last night in Pittsburgh as the Cuban center fielder went 1 for 4 in his Red Sox debut with an infield single, but that was not enough to prevent the Red Sox from taking a 9-1 beating at the hands of the Pirates. Clay Buchholz lasted just 4 innings, giving up 4 earned runs on 6 hits. Sox and the Pirates will finish their series off tonight. Brandon Workman gets to start opposite Garrett Cole. Catch the game right here on ESPN New Hampshire. Coverage begins at the 6:25 pregame show. Patriots practiced yesterday in Foxborough, preparing for their home opener this Sunday against the Raiders. Tom Brady had good things to say about the Oakland defense. I promise.
A lot of really good players, especially on defense, a lot of experienced players.
The guys who have played a lot of football, won a lot of games, championships, playoff games. So I think we're going to get their best shot.
Gerard Mayo missed practice yesterday to attend the birth of his third child. He is expected to play on Sunday when the Patriots host Oakland. In other NFL news, the storm continues as Arizona Cardinals running back Jonathan Dwyer was arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated assault on a woman back in July. Dwyer has been deactivated from all team activities. I'm Christian Arcan. The Sports Center is brought to you by Peters of Nashua. For the lowest prices, period, it's Peters of Nashua. Visit them online at petersauto.com.
This is the sports station with granite roots. This is ESPN New Hampshire. Christian and King.
Back here on Christian and King, 603-883-9900, your phone number. We'll get some notes from the Kingdom here in just a moment. I got to tell you, this headphone jack is all screwed up. Can you hear it?
In and out.
You hear it going in and out?
Yeah.
We gotta get Kasayan in here. No, it's not that. It's this over here.
Oh, it's you?
Yeah. Listen, I can diddle with it a little bit, but
technical malfunctions?
Yeah. It's all right. We sound fine. That's the important thing. All this means is I can't hear you as well as I usually can, and I'm okay with that.
I was just going to say.
603.
You're not missing much.
Right. 603-883-9900 is your phone number, 883-9900. Zuri Berry joins us at 105. Mike Loico at 205. Very Patriots heavy today, and we will get into that in the next hour. But right now, it is time to do what we always do around this time, and that's give you some notes from the Kingdom here in New Hampshire.
Message for you, son. King in the castle, king in the castle.
Notes from the Kingdom.
Well, I'm going to go college on you.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to do a little college thing here.
I like college things.
Because yesterday, it's happened before, but yesterday was kind of significant because back in the day when they first started out, you usually didn't, Daniel Webster College would never have a chance to beat Plymouth State in anything. All right? Plymouth State was the premier Division III school in the state. Well, yesterday, Daniel Webster beat Plymouth State down here in Nashua.
In what?
On Aaron Esperanza's game winner, 3:38 into sudden death overtime, 2-1 in men's soccer.
Wow.
Yep.
That's pretty big.
That is.
It's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
Go Daniel Webster.
Yep. Esperanza is having a great year. He's from Dover.
What are they? The Daniel Webster what?
Eagles.
The Eagles. And
The
Plymouth
Eagles.
State's the Panthers still?
I think they're still the Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. He was the conference rookie of the week. New England Collegiate Conference, which Plymouth State's not. This is a non-conference game.
Right.
But he was the rookie of the week last week.
Did Plymouth State play like their B team?
No,
No?
it's a non-conference game, so maybe they didn't start. Maybe they didn't, but I don't know. I mean,
I'm not trying to take anything away. I'm just asking.
The thing is, you want to play.
Even if they did,
you
it's
want to
still-
win. You want to play your best team and win your non-conference games because that sets you up
Right.
for an ECAC bid at the end of the year or an NCAA bid. If you don't win your conference, you might get an at-large.
Yeah.
So it really is for for you. It's really big to do that. So that was it. Big save by the goalie Sean Hamilton, who's from Brookline, New Hampshire. He stopped PSC's Yanni Stancioff, Stancioff, who's from Maine.
Yanni, Y-A-N-N-I?
Yep, from 20 yards out.
Huh.
That's from 20 yards out. 20 yards is pretty close in for soccer.
Yeah, it is.
Sure. And that's a big chance. That's a big stop. So again, 2-1 in favor of Daniel Webster. That's just a huge win for them and for their program. So that what that tells you is, and here's how they can use it. When they're going out recruiting, and they got somebody who's, I can't decide. Plymouth State's really out there. Oh, we beat them last year.
Yeah.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
You gain the upper hand.
That's how you do it.
If you're looking for, if you're looking for talent that may be opting to go elsewhere. So that's a big note. High school football tomorrow.
Yep.
We'll get into that a little bit more tomorrow, but in Nashua, it's in Londonderry, Nashua North. But there's some big games because there's some teams that are playing tomorrow night for the third week of the season where really, in some respects, it's a must-win game.
Yeah.
You know,
We'll break all that down
and
tomorrow.
we'll break all that down tomorrow because there are some games where there aren't contenders playing each other, but there are some teams that haven't won yet that need to win tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And Saturday, or they may be burnt toast.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. I got a couple scores for you here in boys soccer. Yesterday, it was Raymond 4-3 winners over Campbell. Conval beat Portsmouth 2-1. Merrimack Valley 2-1 over John Stark. White Mountains 6-0 over Newfound. Hinsdale and Epping went 3-3. Hinsdale and Epping went to a 3-3 tie. Prospect Mountain 3-0 over Farmington, and Hollis Brookline beat Oyster River 1-0. In girls soccer, it was 6-0 Epping over Hinsdale. Portsmouth Christian at Dover 2-0 over Farmington. Hollis Brookline 1-0 over Oyster River. In girls field hockey, we had Berlin with a 1-0 win over Newfound. Littleton beat Muscoma Valley 2-1. Central a 2-1 win over North. Merrimack beat Concord 3-1. Bow with a 2-1 win over Messina. Keene beat Bishop Girton 1-0. Goffstown 3-0 winners over Oyster River. Dover a 3-2 win over Memorial. Londonderry beat Exeter 4-3. Pinkerton 2-1 over Winnacunnet. Hopkinton beat Stevens 5-2. And Guilford beat Franklin 7-1. And there's your scores. Got another story here. This is from Derry.
Oh, that big fire they had the other night.
They had a big fire there.
Oh, Monday night was.
No, it was yesterday afternoon.
Oh, they had another fire yesterday afternoon.
Apparently, yeah. I don't
They
know.
had a big one on Monday night.
Really?
In a area where there's like a paint store and something else. There was a lot of chemicals.
This one was at an apartment building on 13 Union Street. You know that street at all?
I know there's a Union Street in Derry. It's probably close to where I lived. Yeah.
It was 13 Union Street, and it was caused by a woman using an oxygen tank, smoking a cigarette.
Next to the oxygen tank?
Yeah.
That's not it.
Blaze was reported at 2:50 p.m. by an off-duty firefighter. Chase helped the elderly woman across the street, went to the building, confirmed the other 3 apartments were empty, fire officials said. A small dog was found in the apartment. Dog was resuscitated. There's a job.
Oh, that's good.
The dog resuscitator. Give him the dog mouth to mouth. That's got to be fun. And taken to a veterinarian. Crews faced challenging blaze, but the oxygen tanks and hoarding conditions in the attic apartment, but no firefighters were injured.
Attic apartment.
Yeah.
That's not good.
She was hoarding. She was like a hoarder, too.
Oh, she was?
Yeah, so there's just oxygen tanks and crap everywhere, but they managed to get it under control. No one was hurt. But that's not the real big story, Tom King. The real big story comes from Hart's Location. You know Hart's Location? It's a town in New Hampshire.
Is it in your heart?
It's the smallest town in New Hampshire.
No, I never heard of that
before.
before.
Only 41 people in Hart's Location, according to a 2010 census. It's located along Route 302 in Crawford Notch. There's 36 registered voters. It meets the definition of New Hampshire's smallest town by
so
population.
it's got to be like way, way up north, right?
Yes. On August 11th,
yeah.
Mondelez International, whose holdings, among many others, include Cadbury, Chips Ahoy, Dentine, etc., continued its Oreo mini delivery campaign by mailing a single mini Oreo cookie to each resident of the smallest town in each state.
Wow.
The smallest town in the state of New Hampshire.
How come I can't live in that
It's
town?
Hart's Location.
How
You should
come
have
I
moved
can't
there.
Should've
You could have
moved there. I
gotten your
would've
one
got a cookie.
tiny cookie.
I
It's
would've
like
got that cookie in the mail.
It's the size of a quarter.
It's still free.
According to the website, Hart's Location and its 49 other kindred communities were chosen for the special delivery of the world's favorite cookie because many of these super small towns often go overlooked, and many people probably don't know about the little thing that makes them so unique. The mini Oreo is the size of a quarter. It arrived in a sealed clear plastic pillow and packed into a small box that was wrapped with brown paper and twine and bore the return address of Mel's Mini Mart, which is a fictional store created by Oreo.
All right, did people here in this town expect to get that delivered?
Some folks in Hart's Location got their Oreo, as
Yeah.
well as a follow-up, a large bag of the small cookies.
Now, see?
Philip St.
See?
However, Tom, there's some
Oh, there
controversy
you are.
here.
Oh, I hear you.
That
better.
sounds much better.
Right.
Philip St. Hilaire, who was one of the town's selectmen, how many selectmens do you need for a town of 40 people, didn't get it. At the town polling place during the September 9th primary, St. Hilaire noted that he and his fellow residents first heard about the Oreo mini giveaway during a newscast on WMUR, adding that no one from Oreo formally notified the town. In speaking with some of his fellow Hart's Location voters, St. Hilaire concluded that he didn't get his Oreo because, like many of them, he gets his mail at a P.O. box in Bartlett and not delivered to a mailbox on his property.
There you go.
The postmaster, Debbie Neenan, said September 11th, and this is the most important thing going on up there, that there are only a handful of postal customers in Hart's Location who have mailboxes at their residence, and while the rest have P.O. boxes in Bartlett. She added that although she had been warned in August by Hart's Location residents about the impending influx of Oreos to her facility, it never happened. Alan Keene, a spokesman for Oreo, said in a phone interview and via emails this week that he was not sure what happened. He said, "We worked with a third party to ID both the population and household count to these 50 small towns. We tried to be as generous as possible."
That's pretty simple. The address is Bartlett, not
Keene speculated some packages may have been lost in transit. That can happen. There was much grumbling on primary day because nobody got their cookies.
Yeah, well, you know how those packages get lost?
Mm-hmm.
They get eaten. That's how they get lost.
That's true.
The postal guy eats them.
Les Schoof said, for the overall affair, this is the silliest thing that's ever happened. You call it silly, sir. Tom King calls it life and death.
Listen to me. That would have been me, probably. I wouldn't have gotten my Oreo.
Tom King would have been out there with a sign going, hell no, we won't go.
And now I hear it. They got bags of the stuff. Come on.
A cookie crisis in Hart's location. We'll keep you posted if any more details emerge in this ever-breaking, very important story.
Maybe. This is
the case of the missing Oreos.
Exactly.
We'll be back top of the hour. Jerry Berry joins us. We'll talk Patriots with him. Keep it right here. It's Christian King.
I'm Jean Shaheen, candidate for Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Shaheen for Senate. When you hear this from Scott Brown,
I care about New Hampshire.
Think about this. In the Senate, Scott Brown voted to give Big Oil more than $20 billion in taxpayer subsidies. Big Oil gave Brown nearly $500,000 for his campaign. Thousands within days of those votes.
Scott Brown doesn't care about New Hampshire.
Scott Brown saved Wall Street $19 billion, and Wall Street gave Brown more campaign money than anyone, $5.3 million.
Scott Brown votes with the big oil companies and Wall Street.
Now, Brown's pocketing more than $250,000 from a company that shipped U.S. jobs to China. New Hampshire's lost more jobs to China than any state. Brown's still working for the company, even endorsed the outsourcing.
Scott Brown is out for himself.
Scott Brown's not for New Hampshire. Never was, never will be.
Nashua Wallpaper is a family-owned business that has been serving the community for over 65 years. They work with builders, businesses, architects, and homeowners. Nashua Wallpaper specializes in all types of paint and coatings, flooring, kitchens and counters, window treatments, and installations. Their experience, selection, and buying power have made them the leading and most competitive supplier of decorative products in New Hampshire. Find out more at NashuaPaint.com.
The High Street Farmhouse is New Hampshire's most desirable restaurant. Its quaint country setting makes you feel right at home, and all of their food is locally sourced, which makes the High Street Farmhouse truly your home away from home. With a diverse, hearty menu featuring gluten-free accommodation, food lovers better beware, because comfort food was never so surprising. So take a ride to Goffstown and enjoy one of New Hampshire's true gems. The High Street Farmhouse is located at 9 High Street in Goffstown, New Hampshire. Call and book a reservation now at 603-384-1990. That's 603-384-1990.
If you want to sell your home fast and for top dollar, call Paul at Team Yarmo, Keller Williams Realty at 882-9900. The current market is hot and inventory is down.